from Teddington Studios. Oh dear. Right, hi folks. Okay. Not the best organized in the world right now. But anyway, I said 6 o'clock. It's kind of like a minute to 6. Oh, somebody's there already. Hey. Right, I've just been going around the house checking all my clocks, actually, and they're all slightly wrong. So, like, I mean, I think one in the bedroom is about 5 minutes slow or something. Anyway, never mind all that. There's 2 people. Yay! Right, so just bear with me 1 second. As per usual, Paul's been trying to organise and, you know, leaving everything to the last minute as usual. 1 second, I'm making a cup of tea. 1 second, 1 second. I've not gone anywhere. I'm here. I'm here. Don't panic. Just bear with me. Da, da, da. You can hear me pottering around. Oh dear. Right, sorry folks. Sorry. Oh my god. Oh boy. Flipping heck. Talk about trying to organise a flipping whatever in a brewery. Oh my god. Right. I'm back. Okay, folks. Hiya, Sandra. Yo. Hey. Oh, hang on. I better get my glasses. I can't read it. Hang on. What's it? Ugh, I can't get them on now. T. Good call. I'll make some too. Nice one. Hi, Sherry. Nice one. Yay, Ruth. Nice. Nice. Way. Oh, this is so cool, man. Yay. Right. Okay, folks. I think maybe because it's getting darker, isn't it? Sorry, I'm going to have to put the light on now. Oh, my God. And here's me trying to be all sort of professional and trying to sort of like, you know, get everything set up and get everything organised. I'm thinking, right, it's getting near 6. I better start getting everything ready, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, the last minute things, and I start thinking, oh, the light, oh, the tea and blah. Right. Anyway, we're here. We're all sorted. Great. Do you know what? I'm going to stick my glasses back on because the thing is, you guys are going to comment, which is really, really cool. And I like that. I love interacting with you guys. But I can't see it unless I put my glasses on. Good to see you. I miss you. Yes. Same here, mate. Same here. Absolutely. It was funny because that the day on Saturday when I was walking down the canal there and when I walked past that little park. Do you remember that little park, Sandra? We were sat on that bench and you were telling me all about your parish trip and blah, 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 and what have you. I don't know if you remember that or have you seen that in the video that I made when I walked past there. Yeah, I was thinking about you then when we was walking past, like, you know, or when I was walking past, I should say. Yeah, nice one. Nice one. Sorry, I can't. Oh, this is so awkward. Flipping heck. What is going on? Right. That's better. No, it's not. Oh, dear. Right. Anyway. So, folks, a couple of things. So, yeah, because basically I've been trying to think to myself, well, what shall I talk about? I mean, like, when people do a live stream, generally, well, not always. I mean, it depends. It really depends. I've watched a few YouTubers who do sort of live streams. Some do them on quite a regular basis, actually. And they just seem to really, they sort of end up answering lots of questions from the live stream. So people are, you know, be asking them questions or whatever, and then they'll talk on that particular subject. So they might ask them, oh, you're going to go and visit such a place or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then you get, sorry, excuse me. Do you know what? Why am I bothering with the hat for? I just thought it'd look cool wearing my hat. Sorry. Oh, God. Right, let's see. Not the park where I meditated for 10 minutes, though. No, not that. It was when we were at Camden Market. And it's just a small little park area, or a little green, if you like, or whatever. And there's some benches there and what have you. I did sort of film it as I walked past, and I was saying about it as we were walking past. But it's literally right where Camden Market is. You know what I mean? Where the junction is, and where the bridge is for the canal, and then we go under the railway bridge. Well, I'm probably explaining way too much. I'll go back and watch the video. It should jog my memory. Ah, right. I got you. That was a good day. Yes, it was. Yes, I enjoyed our little trips around. It was cool, man. It really was. Right, sorry. So, you're cool with or without the cap? Cheers. Thank you very much. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I was trying to think of kind of like what kind of subject or whatever, blah blah blah. And, and so basically, like I say, a lot of times it varies from YouTuber to YouTuber. Some will have a specific subject and stick to that. Some will just have like an open, what's saying, where they just respond to their subscribers, and their subscribers will ask a question or whatever. I like seeing London and the canal videos. I'm interested because I live in the US and never visited the UK. All right, cool. My question: why abandoned places? Ooh, right, okay. Why abandoned? Oh, flipping heck. I mean, oh, this is a good question. It's a really good question. And you know, I watch a lot of the urbex explorers. Some of the people I really like, particularly because of their production values and the way they do their videos and the quality and some of the places they visit. The Proper People is one of them. So two young lads. I think they're both American guys, and I just love their stuff. The way they film, the way they put the videos together, it's just so entertaining to watch. But anyway, sorry, I'm digressing. I'm going. So the reason why I like Abandon is the same reason essentially that they do, is because I find it fascinating. I find it intriguing. It's exciting. It's also about sort of documenting the history. You know, you go to some places, and of course, you see there's variations on all of these things. There's variations on it because you can get like an abandoned building that's basically, you know, it could be a fairly modern construction even. Do you know what I mean? But you know, you go in and it's just been totally trashed and vandalized or whatever, and they're still interesting. But what most urbex explorers will tell you, it's about the natural decay. To film the natural decay of a building as it's, you know, it's completely neglected. It's not maintained in any way, but over time, without any human interference, nature just takes over, and it just slowly but surely crumbles away. And to document that process, to document the way it looks, it's, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm not doing it justice, but and I've heard other YouTubers answer this question before as well from their subscribers, and each one has always given a slightly different answer. But I think overall, that's the main thing, is that, like, do you think they are beautiful? Absolutely, 100%. There is beauty in that decay, and I've heard YouTubers say that in their videos and stuff, and I totally get what they're saying. That's why I love watching them so much. You know what I mean? Because I totally get what they're doing. I totally get how they feel about it. I totally get the passion, because there is something beautiful about it. And some of the shots, if you watch some of the urbex explorers, I mean, like Exploring with Josh, another one, another great YouTuber, another YouTuber that, like, I highly recommend you check out. And that's the name of his channel, Exploring with Josh. Just put it in the search box in YouTube, and you'll find it definitely. And you know, because like they take photographs as well as just do the video documentation. and the thing is that, like, some of the shots that they get, some of the both pictures and video, it is incredible. It really is. And the beauty of the way the light will come through a broken window, or sort of like, oh, it's I can't. It's beautiful. I think it's amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I've been dying to do one for a long time. I did the hospital. I don't know if how many of you guys have seen my ones of. It's called Homerton Hospital. I forget exactly where it is now off the top of my head. It's in a little small place just outside of London somewhere. It doesn't exist anymore. Well, there may be still some parts of it, but it's being redeveloped as we speak, and you can't really get access to it anymore. At one time, it was just literally open. You could just literally walk in the place. There was no fences and no what's there, and you could just literally walk in. And there's a ton of videos of YouTubers down, that have gone there. Some are a little bit more, in my opinion, disrespectful. Whoa, hang on. Sorry, I understand it's the imperfection and weathering that makes something or someone more beautiful. Character is developed, and although abandoned, still standing. Very poetic. Yes. Oh, I couldn't. You've just said it absolutely perfectly. Thank you, Sandra. I couldn't have said it any better. Absolutely, that is spot on. Absolutely spot on. That's a much better way of describing it than I did, I think. Sorry, Ruth. I subscribed to Josh. I enjoyed last of him, but recently he is not very entertaining. How do you feel? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. It's funny because I have just recently watched a couple of his. Just recently. I mean, you see, that's the thing with me, is that I subscribe to a particular channel for whatever reason, and I can't really speak for other people, but for me, it's like when I subscribe to somebody, I stay subscribed. Now, that doesn't mean to say that, like, I'll watch every single video they do, or because, like, there's certain people that I've subscribed to, the chances are I'll probably never ever watch any of their stuff. But I'll stay subscribed to it because, either one, because they subscribe to me, or two, because I enjoyed maybe one or two of their videos. But the chances are that I might go back or watch on a regular basis. It just depends. So I haven't watched Josh for a little while. I've kind of, it's not that I don't like watching Josh, because again, I think he does some really, really good work. But I kind of think I know what you mean, Ruth. I kind of think I know what you mean. But I don't think it's because he's not as entertaining. He's only a young lad, remember. He's about 20. I think he's about 20 years old when he started. I mean, he's been doing it for about 5 years. He was really young when he started. And he's traveled the world. I don't know if you've seen some of the videos where he's just traveled abroad and he's gone to explore places abroad and stuff like that. But obviously, yes, he's done sort of other, not just abandoned videos. He's done videos where he'll go abroad and just experience the culture of that place or whatever. And yeah, I get you. I much prefer the abandoned stuff. I really do. I much prefer the abandoned stuff. Hang on. Does he do abandoned buildings too? Yes, he does. Yeah. He, like I say, he's one of my most favourite urban explorers, to be quite honest, because he's very respectful as well. That's the thing, and you can tell that he's genuine, and he genuinely, he's not just saying it for effect. He's not just sort of like, realizes he's got an audience, and therefore maybe I should play up to the audience and say just, oh, I don't steal anything, I don't break anything, I don't break into places, and this, I'm maybe just saying that for effect, or because it sounds the right thing to say. You listen to him, and the way he comes across, it sounds like he's really genuine. So that's another reason why I liked him, and the respect that he has for these buildings and stuff, and what have you. But yeah, in terms of like whether he's less entertaining. I think over time, I think what happens, and this is just my speculation, I think over time, with urban exploration particularly, but I think when you think about it, you see, the thing is that I think all of us YouTubers go through this process in the sense that we make content, and then particularly if you, trying to think of the word, but I can't. If you restrict yourself to a particular genre of YouTube content, you're really limiting yourself to be able to expand over time, because of course everything has a shelf life, if you like. You know what I mean? I mean, urban exploration, in some ways, you could say, it, at least for the audience's perspective, perhaps, has been done to death, essentially. I mean, the world and his wife are out there exploring abandoned buildings. Sometimes you get explorers that have gone to a building where 10 other YouTubers have been, and you've seen 10 other videos of that particular building. And so you can imagine it gets oversaturated, and you can imagine that it gets really, really boring after a while. Seeing the same building, yeah, I've seen that corridor before. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so I think limiting yourself to just a particular genre of content, that's, I guess that's why I've never pinned myself down, really. I mean, originally I was thinking, like, what kind of, you know, because I saw other YouTubers and they were doing this particular thing and they were doing that particular thing, and I'm thinking, what can I focus on? What can my channel be known for, as it were, sort of thing? Because you in some ways you create a brand. That's what you're kind of doing. You're creating a brand. But over time, I mean, don't forget, YouTube essentially, well, how old is YouTube now? I can't remember off the, was it, no, do you know, for the life of me, I can't remember off the top of my head. So I'm going to say something silly like 15 years, YouTube, I think, but I might be wrong. I might be way off. But let's say, just for argument's sake, that, oh yeah, no, my tea's been sat here, I keep picking it up and I'm not drinking it. I feel like I'm being rude by doing so, you see. I think that's what it is. It's kind of like, I don't want to be rude to you guys, because, like, I can see myself picking up my tea and drinking it and slurping it in front of me. Well, I'm thinking to myself, how rude, Paul. Sorry. But but I'm drinking mine alone. Yeah, well, yeah, essentially. Although I can't see you, you are here with us in a sense. But yeah, I see what you. Yeah, what? Drink away, nice one. Yeah, I know. This is great, though. This is fantastic. And if anybody else wants to jump in with another question or anything, feel free. Absolutely. It's great just to keep the conversation going and alive. So yeah, I completely forgot what I was saying. Where is everyone from? All right, okay, yeah, no, cool. And that's another thing as well, guys. I really encourage you to talk to each other as well, because I think that's great. Do you know what I mean? I love it when subscribers, I've watched, like I say, I've watched other live streams, I've watched other YouTubers do live streams, and I've watched the comments as they're scrolling up, sort of thing. And I love the fact that, and even on just their normal videos, where, you know, sort of like you check the comments. And I love the fact that people interact with each other. I think that is really cool. I really love that. So I know. Let's see. Do you miss Manchester? Ooh, that's. Oh, that's a very. That one I have to really pause on that one, to be quite honest, because that's not an easy question to answer. Yeah, I mean, one thing I'll say is that, and I've said this even when I was still living in Manchester, I used to say it all the time to different people and to myself and to the world in general at times. I have a hate-love relationship with Manchester, always have done, for as long as I can remember. I both love Manchester, but I also hate it as well. By the way, just to let you know, every now and again, I'm not entirely sure why it happens. The feed of my chat, if that's the right terminology, disappears, completely disappears. It's back again now. It's a bit disconcerting though, because as soon as it disappears, I think you've all gone. Sorry, so let me try and catch up. Tom from Melbourne, Australia. Hi, Tom. Welcome, mate. Good to see you. Oh, hey, see, it's done it again. It's done. I was just about to read the next, and it's just vanished. Oh God, I hate when it does that. I don't know why it's doing that. I hope it's not something that I haven't done, or oh God, that's really just. It's not come back yet. Oh no, it came back and then went again. Great. Why is that happening? That is really frustrating because, wow, that's really amazing. Just how important the comments become, because that helps me to feel more connected to you guys, because it's there. And now it's not. Oh, please don't keep doing. Wow. Why is it doing that? Why? Oh man, that is so disconcerting. I don't like this. Not come back again now either. Oh great. Flipping heck. What is going on? Why is it disappearing and coming back again from 4? That is becoming really annoying, actually. That's seriously becoming annoying. I'm trying to read your comments. I'm trying to interact with you guys. And for whatever reason, it keeps going off. And that is starting to really, really become annoying. Great. I don't know why it's doing that. I have no idea if there's anything I could. Wait a minute. I know participants. What the heck does that mean? Toggle timestamps, pop out chat. I have no idea what any of these terms mean. Participants. What? See, I'm scared to click on anything in case I lose you guys. Oh well, nothing ventured. Sorry, I'll get back to your comments. Don't worry, I will. I just want to try clicking on this. Or maybe, oh no, do you know what? I'm not going to click on it just for now. Let me catch up with what you guys are saying, because I'm losing what you're saying here. Blah, 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 blah. Sandra, right, cool, lived in blah, 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 blah. I see you have Manchester United as your logo. Speaking of Manchester, all right, yeah. Lancashire, NH. Hey. I think it's happening because we're typing. Huh. Really? Well, it doesn't have that. It doesn't do that all the time, because like when you first came on and stuff, you know, your question popped up, but everything else was still there. I kind of see where you're going, and I kind of get what you mean, but I'm not so sure that is the reason. I mean, it might be, but I'm not so sure, to be quite honest, because, like I say, sometimes people have written a comment and it's been there and it didn't go off. Do you know what I mean? So maybe, I don't know. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to catch up now. I'm trying to catch up. Oh, cool, Ireland. I want to go there. When I lived in London last year, I wanted to go but was not able to. Lancashire, UK, and Lee Arches is east of it. All right, cool. Sorry, Paul, forgot you were there. I love it. That's brilliant. I love it. Awesome, mate. Awesome. Absolutely love it. We were chatting amongst ourselves. Love it. You're right, Paul. The same kind of videos are getting boring. Yeah, I like variety in videos, and even seeing some seeing some, I think that's supposed to be parts, like Oh, sorry, no, it is pet. Sorry, pets like Spot. Or from the days. Jan, Ja, Ja. Sorry. Like I say, please excuse me sometimes because I'm dyslexic, like I say, so sometimes things can be a bit awkward for me. From the days with Jonathan the Lion. Right. Okay. Paul might be from. Yeah, I know. Sandra was just saying the same thing. Type, test longer comment with others commenting blah blah blah. Yeah, like I say, I mean, you know, I don't know. It's fine again now. It's absolutely fine. It's not gone off for a good few minutes now. So okay, Sandra is London near Lancaster. Paul Ruth's question. Oh, hey, what? Where did I miss that? Okay, sorry. Right, okay. Oh God, I feel terrible. Right, Lancaster, uh, or you say Lancashire? No, Lancaster. Um, didn't do the. Oops, didn't do the going off when we wrote. So wrote that, so we might be okay. Yeah, Tom. I think some of the attraction to abandoned buildings / place is that danger and forbidden element to it. Yeah, that as well, Tom. Absolutely. It's a combination of all of those things. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is part of it for me, definitely. I mean, obviously, I can't really speak for other urban explorers necessarily, but I'm pretty sure that they'd probably say the same thing. But yeah, there is that element of that. It's kind of like, you know, because you don't know what's around the next corner. You could be walking on a creaky floor that any minute could give away. I mean, that sounds, you think like, flipping heck, really? Why would you do something like that then? I mean, flipping heck. Do you know what I mean? But you got to, like I said, it's a lovely phrase, and I think it's great. And it's Mo Sargi. I don't know if any of you guys have seen any of Mo Sargi's stuff. He's a Canadian guy. Really cool guy. Just recently got married, and he posted the video of all that as well. And he knows Omar Gosh. Him and Omar are good friends and stuff. Anyway, he's got this little saying, this little phrase, and it's part of it. And he does it on his t-shirts, his merch, as they call it, and all that. It's called "Live a Little," and I love that. And there's a bit of a longer part to that, to the whole quote, but that's the main sort of phrase of it. It's like live a little. And when I think about it, at least I think to myself, you know what, wow, that's flipping so true, because a lot of the time we do kind of live in, I don't know, we kind of, I don't know if live in a bubble or whatever the heck you call it, but we kind of do tend to sort of stay within the parameters of our lives, and we very rarely try to step beyond that. Do you know what I mean? Out of our comfort zones or whatever sort of thing, and we just do our, we're on the treadmill and we just plod along. Which again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that or anything like that, because that's just the necessities of life, and we have to get on with that. But I'm just saying that, like, so that, yeah, definitely that's part of that attraction of the abandoned thing. And even though it might sound a little bit like, I don't know, reckless or whatever sort of thing, to go traipsing around a building that, at any moment a floor could fall down or something, might sound a little bit reckless or whatever, but you've got to live a little, and I love it. Yeah, live a lot. Yeah. I kind of like live a little, to be quite honest. I don't know, because I don't know. I think it's the underlining meaning of it. Do you know what I mean? It's not. You'd have to listen to Mo Sargi himself explain it, because obviously it's his little catchphrase, his creation, if you like, whatever. And he explains what it means and what it's about better than obviously I can. Do you know what I mean? So if you hear and listen to Mo's explanation of it, I think you get a better understanding of why it's called live a little, not necessarily live a lot. But yeah, yes, Bubble, we are still cavemen, essentially. maybe just a little bit more, slightly more sophisticated. And in fact, actually, you've just brought up a really interesting. Tell me next, Sandra. You keep setting me off, don't you? Right. So there was an interesting thought experiment that I had this discussion with somebody once, but anyway, basically, the discussion centered around sort of like, what's the differences between modern humans and sort of like if you go back thousands of years when we first were living in caves or whatever. And some research indicates, and they reckon that possibly if you could time travel back, I don't know, 20,000 years, say, or whatever, or whatever, first early modern humans came about, and you got a sort of child from that period, say, and rather than an adult, you know what I mean, or a grown, depending, because again, I don't know what their lifespan was. I don't think it was as long as ours, obviously, but whatever, you get one that's fairly young because the adjustment wouldn't be as, you know what I mean, because like us all, I mean, it's like if you took me at my age now and stuck me in, I don't know, wherever sort of thing to try to, because it's like that old saying, you're stuck in your ways kind of thing. So you've got fixed thinking, and it's a lot harder to adjust, if you see what I mean. So you get somebody from that period, sort of 20,000 years, and you bring them to the future. Once you've got around the sort of culture shock and this, that, and blah, 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 whatever, eventually that individual will be completely indistinguishable from somebody today. Do you know what I mean? Once you've taught them English or whatever, I'm just using that obviously because my perspective, but could be any language if you like. But once you've taught them how to speak and so forth and use the languages that's relevant or whatever, that eventually they will be indistinguishable from a person living today, and they'll fit right in. So you think about that. You think, go back 20,000 years, like I said, and you bring somebody forward, and there won't be any difference. You know what I mean? And so it certainly makes me think, and I think to myself, well, flipping heck. So we think we're that sophisticated. We think we're that flipping different from our like ancestral flipping early origins or whatever. And we think we're so smart, and yet they reckon that if you did that, if it was possible to build a time machine, you went back, you brought a young, early modern human back from 20,000 years ago, brought them to the future, and sort of obviously you trained them and taught them about what's, you didn't just like unleash them onto the world and fend for themselves. Obviously, you sort of like, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I was going to say debrief them, but that, I don't know if that's the right phrase, but you know what I mean. And you kind of prepare them slowly but surely. Eventually, get to the point where they would be as a functioning person as anybody else. And I think that's really fascinating, really amazing, actually. So anyway, sorry, I've waffled on and off. Oh, Kev, hello, Kev. Sorry, mate, I was waffling so much that I missed your comment. Hello, cheeky. Could you say hello to me? Sorry, mate. I am so sorry. You know what it's like? Sometimes I get into that flow about somebody posing. Blame Sandra. Sandra's fault. She posed a question and it just, I was off. You know what I mean? That was it. I was off with the fairies then. That's it. I'm gone. So it's Sandra's fault. Hi, Kev. Oh boy. We still have primate brain or reptilian brain. Yes, we do, as they call it, the amygdala. That's correct. That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. But yeah, society has evolved quicker. That's right, than our brains. Not saying it quite right, but you get what I'm trying to say. Makes sense what you're saying. Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. Loves setting you up. Nice one, love it. Oh, cool. I've got to have a drink. I don't know why, but it feels so rude me doing this. I don't know why. It just does. It feels rude. Sorry. Oh boy, maybe I shouldn't have a cup of tea. Maybe I should leave the cup of tea until after the live stream rather than, or maybe before. Anyway, right. Okay. So, another subject before Sandra poses another question. But no, hang on. Whatever you do, don't take that the wrong way, because I love the fact that you're posing questions, because I love it, because obviously you can see it helps fire me to rather than just sit here and think, what should we talk about now? Anyway, but there is one thing I want to bring up. Glad you're having a nice time. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. This is really cool, actually. This is so cool. Tea is honey, or as you Brits say, homely, homely, homely. Oh, okay. No, yeah. Okay. That's kind of confused me. Hang on, sorry. This is nice, actually. I don't know why I feel so self-conscious doing this. This is so weird. Wow. I'm gonna have to secretly sneak off and have the tea whilst you're right. Talk amongst yourselves. Sorry. Right. So, right. So I wanted to talk also about right, homely. Yeah, cool. I wanted to talk about this divot box thing that I created. Again, you see, this is another thing that's happening on YouTube at the moment, and that's the other thing about YouTube, the trends that get set, and everybody's perception is different. But my perception at the moment of YouTube, particularly, I love that. Oh yeah. Presumably you saw the video then, Tom. I've done away with it, and yeah, isn't it a blessing? Isn't it just silence? No beep. It's brilliant. I love it. Can you believe he's drinking tea? How rude. I say. Yeah, there's a bit of decorum around drinking tea now. Same, Tom. Same. Ah, sweet bliss. Absolutely. I know. So flipping rude. Oh, I love it. I am drink orange soda while watching you, so enjoy your tea. Cool. Yes. So, in terms of like the trends that are set on YouTube, and like I say, there's certain people that sometimes usually set these, and I think, for instance, at the moment, there's a bit of a thing going on where people are buying the so-called mystery boxes off the deep web, and then they're opening them up on their, they're doing it on their channel. So they'll make a video about that they bought this mystery box off the deep web. It cost them $500, or it cost them $1,000, or it cost them $100, whatever it might be. And again, it's like it just seems to have blown up. Do you know what I mean? It's like The World and His Wife are now doing it, and I just find it really interesting how different trends start on YouTube, and particularly on YouTube. Although I'm sure there are other platforms that kind of send off or set trends, certain things that people do or whatever. Maybe on Twitter or whatever, Facebook maybe even, or whatever. But I guess generally speaking, it's mostly sort of centered around YouTube when certain trends kick in, and people then, and then you get loads of copycat videos, and like I say, The World and His Wife then join in and do it. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that or bad with that necessarily. Because why not? You know what I mean? It's like that's one of the things I love about YouTube. Generally speaking, is that open platform, that open forum where ideas and stuff can be shared and so on and so forth. Because I love that. I've always been about that. I've always been about sharing ideas. But anyway, before I go on to another one thing, but I'm losing my thread. Yeah, so yeah, sorry, that's what I was trying to get back to. So what I was thinking is, or what I've noticed is that, I don't, again, because like I say, I think if somebody can let me know in the comments, how old is YouTube? How long's YouTube been going? Because I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't know if it's like 15 years. Is it longer than 15 years or less than 15 years? I can't quite remember. But I think my personal take on it, because obviously I've been a YouTuber now since 2011, and that's roughly about how long I've been watching YouTube for, is roughly about 2011. And maybe, like I say, I think it's got to be at least maybe 3, maybe 4 years back since I've stopped watching TV. And the only thing I do watch, the only thing, is YouTube. So I guess because of that, I've noticed over the years that there does seem to be a difference, and in lots of different ways. You know what I mean? Lots of different ways. There's also the issue around the ad revenue thing. There's a load of other stuff that's come into it. But to be quite honest, I think in some ways YouTube, and people can disagree with me on this, and because I'm not even sure whether I'm right on this or not. Do you know what I mean? It's literally just something that's formulating in my head, and am I right, am I wrong, or whatever. But I think in terms of the content, and again, I'm thinking about in terms of the trends that happen on YouTube. I'll get to your comments. Don't worry. I'm seeing them coming up, and I'm itching to get to them, but I'm trying to stay focused and keep on track here. That I think YouTube and its content overall in general is maturing. Now, I might be wrong, but it seems that way to me, because the trends don't, I mean, because at one time it was really silly stuff, wasn't it? It was like, I don't know, it'd be something like, you remember those ones where they would like try to put, like they'd fill a condom full of water and then they'd put it on your head and you smash it, or the ice bath challenge, or there was all sorts of mad, weren't there? All these mad sort of pranky kind of like, I mean, how many prank videos do you see these days? Do you know what I mean? I mean, I'm not being, because I mean, some of those I like and some are funny, but I'm not a big fan of the prank genre of videos necessarily. But you don't see a lot of that so much. And like I say, the trends that seem to be getting set seem to me to be on a much more deeper, serious level than they used to be, perhaps. I don't know, maybe as I say, I'm more than happy for your comments and what you guys may or may not think about it, because I'm not entirely sure myself, to be quite honest. I'm just literally off the top of my head, and it just, you know, on the surface, that's the way it seems, that in some ways YouTube in general and the content seems to be maturing, and seems to be less of the frivolous and to some extent anyway, I don't know. You know, you think about some of the content that is going out there, and you know, a lot more, you know, in terms of, like, for instance, I'll go back to the exploring thing. A lot of these, not a, well, there's a few anyway, and I would suggest perhaps not the more serious explorers necessarily, that are moving more towards the spooky side of things. You know what I mean? They're moving towards the more, oh, we went to this haunted mansion, or this, that, and oh, and this spooky thing happened, or whatever. So I mean, rather than just the straightforward urban explore. But anyway, so sorry, I want to try and catch up with some of your comments, guys, because flipping heck, right, I think blah blah blah. I'm having breakfast tea. My choice water, says Ruth. Nice H2O classic choice. Sandra, what are you eating for breakfast? No breakfast. English breakfast tea from Twinings. I know that English breakfast is, I know what English breakfast is, though. Since I'm an American that lived in the UK last year, I can say this with the utmost confidence, which is exciting. which which is exciting. It's baked beans, Heinz, sausage, bacon, not streaky bacon as they call it, but more like Canadian slash. Ah, right, okay, I didn't know that. Is that so? I mean, we do have streaky bacon, but granted, do you know what? I think if you was to survey 100 people, I think the vast majority of them would probably agree with you there. Actually, I don't like streaky bacon either. I don't like that. One thing you did forget, Sandra, is the black pudding. You got black pudding, you got white pudding as well. That's traditionally part of English breakfast, and I do like a bit of black pudding. Not a lot of people do, particularly when they find out what it's made out of. Anyway, let's see. It was strange to see all the Notting Hill shops boarded up in your vlog today. Yeah, I know, Kev. That really shocked me. I mean, obviously, for people that live in that area or whatever, and people who've gone to the carnival or whatever, I guess it's old hat. You know what I mean? I presume they've been doing that for years, I guess. And I can only assume that there must have been reason for it. Like, presumably, it got so rowdy at times or whatever, and there was so many people. And don't forget, they're not all just local people. There's thousands of people come to that thing from all around the world as well, not just within London. People come from other parts of the country or whatever sort of thing. It's a massive do. I know it is. I know it's a big do. And I think possibly, there've been instances where, for whatever reason, people had too much to drink, and shops have been smashed for whatever reason, and maybe even looted. Who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe not. There's not been actual riots. Maybe I don't. At least that I'm aware of. I don't know, to be perfect, 100%. And so I can only assume that over time and over the years, that the shop and businesses around that area have said to themselves, you know what? I'm fed up of our windows getting smashed every time the carnival comes along. Let's hire some people, whoever, I don't know who those guys were, glaziers or whatever. I don't know what their business is, but there seem to be a ton of them, all different. Excuse me. So whatever. So they board up the whole shop front until it's over with. And I must admit, I'm like, what the heck is going on? And because that has never, in all the years I've lived in Brixton, I mean, obviously, apart from when we actually had actual riots, I mean, apart from that, which was what, 2014, I think it was. Apart from that, when there's been a carnival, like the Brixton Splash, for instance, we had the Brixton Splash for at least 4-5 years on the trot, I think. I can't quite remember. And we used to have carnivals before that as well. I don't know if they would call it. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. The thing is, and that got to be a really big event as well. Almost, well, not quite rivaling the Notting Hill thing. I'm pretty damn sure it's not, because like it looked like the Notting Hill Carnival covered quite a larger area, much bigger than what it covers in Brixton on the Brixton Splash. But I didn't see any. There was never any of that. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I was surprised. I was really surprised. Wow, your comments are coming through thick and fast here. I'm trying to keep up, guys. Sorry, please bear with me. I'm not ignoring you. I will try and get to you. Right, hang on. Sorry, Sandra. What is the difference in teas? Is breakfast tea lighter tea or flavored tea? I'm an American. What do I know? Oh my god. Ooh, where they what? Ooh, where they what? Were they kept? Oh, hang on. Sorry. Oh, right. Got you. Sorry if I've missed some of your comments, guys. I really apologies. I really want to try and keep up. I feel so sorry for a lot of the residents and businesses in Notting Hill. A lot of people have no respect. I must admit, I was completely gobsmacked. That's why if you see the video that I made and you see my reaction, I really was completely gobsmacked. I seriously didn't expect to see that. I thought I'd entered a war zone or something. Do you know what I mean? It's supposed to be a carnival. It's supposed to be a place or a time when people are having fun, and when you're supposed to be enjoying yourself, and music and laughter and food and what have you. And you know, you go down that. I went down there and thinking like, flipping it. Well, I just entered into Beirut or something. What the heck? Do you know what I mean? It's like, what? You know, sorry, folks. And no offense to anybody that lives in Notting Hill or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, wow. That I just, oh, wow. Um, I love black pudding. Yeah, black pudding. Oh, I don't know. Is that ick? Ick, I think. Sherry, pretty sure it's a blend of black teas. Yeah, I couldn't tell you about um, breakfast tea. I have no idea. Yorkshire tea, on the other hand, is the tea that I like. And personally speaking, I think it's the best tea in the world. It beats PG, it beats Tetley's, even though that's another northern company and another northern brew. Definitely beats them hands down as far as I'm concerned. This is a lovely cup of tea. Yorkshire tea make a really nice cup of tea, I think, personally speaking. But then again, maybe I'm biased because I drink it all the time. Tom, they get people using their front doors. Yeah, that's another thing. And yeah, I can imagine, Tom, I would imagine, because they provided like portaloos and stuff all around Brixton when the Brixton Splash was happening. They must do the same there. Now, okay, I know that, again, the crowds are bigger. There's a lot more people. People can sometimes, sorry, excuse me. Sometimes people can be a bit impatient or basically just really can't hold it for whatever reason. Because okay, fair enough. I know I've been in that situation as well, where you know. But I mean, obviously, I'll say obviously, I won't necessarily do it in somebody's doorway or something or whatever. I'll try and find somewhere that's one, discreet, hopefully, and two, that's like not doing it somewhere where people are either going to walk or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I try to do it in a more discreet and what's in place if possible. Do you know what I mean? So, but I kind of get how you could get to that point where you just can't wait for the next 10 people to use the loo. So, you know, I can get the reason why you wouldn't be able to use the toilets provided, which I presume there must be. But yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. It's no, you don't. That's not a good thing to do. It's quite disgusting. Yeah, no, absolutely. It stinks. I mean, really stinks. Oh, Jason. Hi, Jason. Everybody say hi to Jason, man. Say hi to Jason, please. Everybody, say hi to Jason. He's a really nice guy, man. He's a really, really cool guy. Please say hello to Jason for me because he is a nice, nice guy and he deserves you guys to say hello to him. Hi, Jason. How you doing, mate? Oh, sorry, sirens. Hello, Paul and everyone. I'm dealing with a tooth. Oh no, sorry to hear that, mate. This message is for people in the chat. And Paul, I have been doing well. If you use baking soda and salt, it will kill germs for toothache. All right, okay, nice one, Jason. Well done. Sorry to hear that you got toothache, though, mate. Yeah, hope it gets better soon, definitely. But yeah, please, everybody, say hello to Jason. He's a really nice guy, man. Really is. I love Yorkshire tea. Yeah, so do I. It is nice. It is a nice tea. Hang on. Sorry, I'm just gonna catch up here. How do you all get the names to be read when reply? What? Huh? How do you all get the names to be read when replying? Huh? What have I missed? Oh, you're originally from Mass. Oh, right. Okay, sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep up. I must admit, when thinking about it, I think to myself, now like I say, I've watched live streams of other YouTubers, some obviously way more popular than me and way more subscribers than me. And I watched their comment thing, and it's streaming up like it's like I was going to say teleprinter, but maybe I'm showing my age, and people might not know what a teleprinter is. But you used to get those things. You used to get them in the and they used to do the sports on TV. We used to have a. Oh my God, I'm going back now. Flipping out, I'm showing my age. And now I can't even remember what it was called. What was it called? I mean, the BBC had one. ITV, I'm sure they definitely had their version. But there used to be a thing called the teleprinter or something, and it literally was like it used to look. It sounded like a bit like a typewriter. I don't know if that was a sound effect or what, but it was like a, and then all the results would come up, but it'd be going up like up the screen like really really quick like that. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes it was hard to keep track of what was coming up. And although this isn't like that on mine, but I've seen some YouTubers where they're flipping things going. How the heck they manage to try and, but then again they don't. You see, that's the thing. They manage to catch some comments from people, but I don't think they manage to catch all the comments. So I can imagine how, because I've commented on live streams of some of my favorite YouTubers, and yes, occasionally, like Red Wolf, for instance. When Red Wolf's doing a live stream and he's got comments coming up and he's doing a game, he's playing the game and he's got what's it coming up, and I've commented, and yes, now and again, occasionally he's caught one of mine and he's responded to it, which was nice. But unlike you guys, is I kind of know you guys more because you're my regular commenters. You're my regular. And in some cases, in some instances, I actually know you. If you see what I mean, I've actually met and spoken to you and so forth. For me, it's easier to, and it feels much more like I know you guys and I can respond on a much more personal level, if you see what I mean. Whereas with Red Wolf, I mean, he's got thousands of subscribers, and like some random dude comes on and just says like, "Hi, Red Wolf," whatever. You know, but occasionally he's responded. So anyway, again, that you see, that's the thing with me is, see, people have said to me I should be a storyteller because I can't do simple. I have to do a really long-winded explanation. I'm sorry, it's just the way I am. I can't help it. It's like if you ask me a question, I can't just give you a concise answer necessarily. You know, it has to be convoluted and what have you. And then, of course, inevitably, because of that, I'll take myself off into a completely different direction somewhere, and we'll end up somewhere else. So, anyway, apologies. Right. So, hang on. Sorry, I'm missing your comments here, guys. Sorry. Oh, thanks, guys, for saying hello to Jason. That's nice, man. That's really nice. Thanks. Hang on. They are coming to take you away, Paul. Oh my God! Yeah, absolutely. Hey, flipping heck. I think they need to. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Trying to catch up. Hope you can see the dentist. Ticker tape. Okay. Exactly. You are a storyteller. Yeah, that's definite. It's not should be. You already are, my friend. Yeah, true. We like the way you. I know. We like the way you are, Paul. Don't change. No, absolutely. Dickie Davis. Yes, Dickie Davis on Saturday afternoon with a teleprinter showing the results. How flipping old are we? You do remember it. Nice one. Oh my God. For a minute there, I was thinking I was the only person. I'm thinking like, oh God, no, nobody knows what I'm talking about. Love it. Oh God, did you remember that though? Oh my God, that was I used to like that actually. Sorry. Oh dear. Small things, small minds. Tom, I prefer your style of live stream. I cannot watch another one of my favorite. Hang on, sorry. I prefer your live stream. I cannot watch another one of my favorite YouTubers. Oh, sorry. So wait. I can't watch another one of my favorite YouTubers streams as he basically just answers yes or no with one-word answers. Oh my god. Oh, Jason, hi. I got a weird message yesterday, and a stream came up saying Paul was live. It said Paul live show, it was called, and I also found a video that didn't belong in Paul's channel. Guys, did you see that, Paul? Yes, Jason. I must admit, I'm not entirely sure how that works, to be quite honest, because what I was trying to do, that was definitely me, because that's exactly what I called the video, Paul's live show, because you have to give it a name. You have to title the live stream something before you can actually go live. Otherwise you can't go live. It won't let you. So you have to give it a title. So basically what I was trying to do was I thought maybe I could record, not necessarily go live, but record, because I wanted to put a thing up so that you guys, to give you a heads up so that you would all know roughly when the live stream was happening and so forth, so that you wouldn't miss it, and so that like you wouldn't come in halfway through or even towards the end, which has happened before with some of my subscribers, where they've literally come in like 10 minutes before I'm due to finish or whatever, or like I was going to finish and then I've kind of extended it a little bit because they came in and I felt bad that they didn't get a chance to participate. So but anyway, basically what I'm saying is that that was something I put out there in the hopes that, but it won't let you record it. So one, it was just like a still picture of me and then giving the time and the date of when the live stream was going to be, and then there is a little bit of a video, but it was like, that's the one where I'm going like, right, don't respond to this because I'm not actually going live now, guys, even though I actually was live at that moment. Sorry if that kind of explains that. Yeah. Yes, oh definitely. Yeah, I think I've caught up so far. Yeah, wow, I need to drink a tea. Even cold Yorkshire tea tastes nice. Right, now, sorry, yes, I do want to try and get back to the old divot box thing. Like I say, I literally just made this myself. I just created it. I put some rocks in there and some of the let me show you that, by the way. Actually, I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, so there was this trend going, and then I actually filmed myself digging it up out of the garden. But it's really, really dark, and you can't see much. I've not used that footage. I've no idea if I will or not. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, sorry. Excuse me, 1 second. Don't worry, I'm not gone anywhere. I just want to show you this. Because I broke a bit of it off. See, this is a geode. Some guy gave me this a few years back, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm not sure exactly what the stone actually is. I think it has got a name. It's a particular type of stone, but I'm not sure what. But I love it. I think it's so cool. And you can see that on the outside there, this bit, that is metal. That is like molten metal. So that in fact, looking at it and the color, that looks like there might be copper in there, perhaps copper. I'm not sure what other metals, but that outside covering is actually metal. And because this essentially is an air bubble. Essentially, that's what it is. It's like in the crust of the earth or in the mantle or whatever. No, I guess it's the mantle more than anything. And as everything's moving around, the bubble forms, and then as it gets pushed up or whatever, and then it starts to cool, and then all the material around it hardens, and then it gets trapped, and this forms these crystals, and it's called a geode. And yeah, great healing stone. Yeah, amethyst. Is it amethyst? Ooh, really? Oh wow! Oh, how cool! Wow. Yeah, like I say, this guy gave it me. And I love it. and I've had it on my shelf ever since. And I just find it fascinating. It's really, really amazing. And like I said, you think about the pressures and what it took to form that. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that, like I say, it's got this metal coating on the outside, because, like I say, that all the molten stuff of the earth and everything, it cools and solidifies. And then, like I say, and essentially that's what a geode is. It's an air bubble. It's trapped air. And then, like I say, the thing solidifies, and then that's trapped, and then that's what you find. And sometimes it can be massive as well, from what I understand. In fact, there's a video online. Let me just put this back a second. Yeah, there's a video online. I don't know what it's called, guys. I can't remember what it's called or how to find it. But basically, it's a cave. Trying to think where it is and all. I can't even remember what part of the world it's in now either. But anyway, there's this huge cave, and there's these crystals, and I'm not kidding you, because like they've got like it's so hot down there wherever it is. And like I said, sorry folks, I can't remember. I wish I could remember where it was, and try to point you in the right direction to look for it. I haven't seen this video for a couple of years now, but it's definitely online. It's definitely on YouTube. I'm positive it's on YouTube. But it's huge. It's a massive, massive cavern, and in fact, there's like different sections of it, and it's so hot down there, and the pressure is so much that they've actually got, from one section to another, there's like these what do you call it? Like a spaceship has. Oh, crying out loud! What do you call? What do you call those things on a spaceship where the door from the main part of the ship to the outside of the ship, the docking thing? But isn't there another term for it? And I can't remember. Anyway, literally they've got these like pressurized chambers or whatever the hell you call it. I can't remember. And in one section of this cave, this thing, where these huge crystals have formed. And I mean, when I say huge, I mean, I'm trying to think of a scale now, and I'm trying to get something that's I mean, they're bigger than a flipping house. Do you know what I mean? I mean, they're even bigger than that. And they stretch for like all the way along the huge big cavern that they're in, and they go in all directions and sort of like that. In fact, I'll tell you what, it looks a bit like Superman's flipping hideout thing when he first throws the crystal on the floor and it all starts coming up and it's all giving it all this sort of thing. It kind of looks like that on the inside, but it's huge, it's massive. And anyway, so the thing is that they reckon that it's actually a massive geode. They reckon it's huge. I mean, this thing is massive. And they've been trying to study it for years, but apparently the heat and pressure is getting more and more, and it's building and building. And the thing is that I'm not sure now. The last time I saw a video on it, I think they were saying something about that, like, there's only a handful of people have been in there, and they have to go in like these pressurized suits. You know what I mean? You can't just go in there in a t-shirt or whatever sort of thing, because the pressures and the heat, it just kill you. Almost instantly, it'd kill you. So you have to go in these like pressurized suit things and what have you. But funny enough, but when they first found it and when they first went in there, they could actually just go in their normal clothes. But over time, for whatever reason, the pressures and the heat started to build and build and build on this thing, and now they can't go in there properly. And in fact, I'm not even sure now they can actually enter the certain section of it anyway, even with the pressurized suits anymore. I don't think. I'm not sure now because it's been years since I saw that. Anyway, let me catch up with you guys and see what's happening. Jason says that is a crystal. I've seen those in my hometown museum. That is a very pretty stone, Paul. Thanks, Jason. Nice one, mate. Cool. The underground map is an ingenious design, Sandra. Isn't it? I love it. It is, isn't it? Airlock. Thank you, Tom. Airlock. That's the thing I was trying to think of. Airlock. Brilliant. Yeah. So they've got these airlocks in this massive geode. Like I say, I mean, because like I say, that's essentially what it is, and that shows you that these geodes can be any size essentially, and essentially it is just a big massive bubble. It's a huge bubble that is created as the molten, of the mantle as it's moving around and so forth. These big, the pockets of air get trapped or whatever, and then eventually it starts to rise to the surface, and as it does, it cools down, like I said, and then what have you. Yes, the underground map is very good. It's very easy to read, very easy to follow. I think so, anyway. And like I've said countless times before, if you're new to London, you've never been to London, the easiest way to find your way around is because I used to get lost there all the time around the underground to begin with, and then I sussed out the best way is if I end up somewhere and I don't know what the line's called or whatever, and it's an area I've never been, just jump onto whatever the line that is. Yeah. Look for the what's names where it'll tell you what stations it stops at and what have you, and where you see where it connects, because it'll tell you what other lines are at those stations. So if you say like you're on a Jubilee line, but you need the Northern line, say for instance, and I'm trying to see, and because they're all essentially connected to each other in one way or another. And so you just jump on one of those lines until you get to a station, even if it's a station you've never been to before. But if it's got the line that you need, the one that takes you back to where you where you live or where you've been staying or whatever, then just do that. And then once you've do that, it's kind of easier to navigate around it, really. Anyway, let me try and catch up again because I'm losing track of you guys. It felt so cool once I got it down. Huh? It's so much fun. You see, sometimes I'm reading this and I'm kind of like, because it feels like I'm reading it out of context, because like I feel like I'm missing something, because it felt so cool once I got. I know. It felt so cool once I got down. No, once I got it down. Don't worry, folks. It's not your writing. It's not you guys. It's me. Oh boy. Oh, more sirens. Sorry, I find them so irritating. I know they need them, but I don't know. It's like for some people, it's the fingernails down the chalkboard. You know what I mean? For me, it's sirens. I'm joining a local gem club. Oh, wow. Makes sense since I'm in the gem jewelry design business. Rocks rock. Nice. Yeah, cool. I'm not getting anything done today. My housework is piling up. Oh well. Oh my god. Yeah. Don't worry. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one. Happens to me all the time. Excuse me. Sorry. Kev said that about the map because I'm drinking. Oh, right. Gotcha. Yeah, I remember that cup. Same roof. The agents are so helpful too. Stop it. Paul is interesting. Love his stories and excitement talking about things. Yeah, well, it's like, I just being me. And yeah, I mean, the thing with me is there's that, like, I've said this before. You see, my what's the word I'm looking for? I describe, like, I have. I'm trying to find a way of saying this without it sounding like, right. Again, a lot of people, perhaps some of you guys will know this, not all of you. There was a cartoon strip in a cartoon called, I think it was the Beano or it was the Dandy. I can't remember which one it was in. And there was a cartoon strip of a guy and I can't remember the name of it again. Hang on, wait, no, it's on the tip of the top. Anyway, what was it? Oh, anyway. And the cartoon strip was of all these little guys in this guy's head that worked all the different departments of his brain. Oh, they're fine at the moment, Kev. Everything's back to normal. Yeah. It's mainly when I'm walking a long time. If I'm walking about for any length of time, and I swear it's because of my smoking. And I know. And like I've said many times before, the thing is that until I'm ready to do it, and I have to do it for me, do you know what I mean? I can't do it for other people or for this, that, and the other. From my experience, you know, the only way I can kick an addiction is I've got to want it and I've got to do it for me. And at the moment, I'm sorry to say that I don't want to give up smoking right now. As much as it's impacting my health, and it is, there's no two ways about it. I don't want to give up right now. I'm just not ready, you know. So it's one of them, I'm afraid. You know. Yeah, sorry. Need food, lunchtime, anyone? Love it. Nice one. Yes, anytime you guys do need to puddle off and do your thing or whatever, don't be worried about, you know, feeling like, oh, you've offended me, or you might upset me, or, you know, you might feel like, you know, I'm thinking, oh, no, that's not very nice. I mean, just as long as obviously you say goodbye or whatever, and just like, rather than just like, and disappear, and, you know, but even then, you know what I mean, it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Don't worry, because, you know, obviously we all need to do all the things. You know what I mean? We can't all just be sat at a computer screen and have the luxury of just being able to just sit there and just like, yes, well, I say, I think I'll just sit here for the next 10 hours and just twiddle my thumbs, you know. Anyway, so by all means, if you got anytime you need to go, you know, because you need to do other stuff, absolutely, don't worry about it. I can multitask. Wow, excellent, nice. So yes, now I've completely. What was I talking about? Oh, hang on. What the heck? I agree. You have to be ready to give up pags, or it will never work. Why has this come up? It says show hide. Huh. Oh, that's different. Hang on. This message is held for review. But who's met? Wait. Oh, right. Hang on. I'm gonna have to, because I need to find out, don't I? I mean, I don't think it's you, Kev. It's not you. It's right. Hang on. Let's see what this is. Why is it held for review? Let's see. It says show. Oh, it is yours. It's yours, Kev. Huh? Oh, why was it holding it for review? I agree. You have to be ready to give up the fags, or it will never work. Oh, hang on. Yes, you see, the thing is, right. I think I know why it's just done that. Oh, hang on. It's just done it to Sarah and all now. I can see it, but you guys can't. That's why it's saying show or hide. Just suss that one out. Oh, because he used the word. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was just going to say. It's because you used the word fag. Because obviously, I'm using it now. Hello, YouTube. I'm not an American. I happen to be English. And in England, we happen to use the word to describe a cigarette. We don't use it as a derogatory term to call other folks. See, now I even see flipping out. I'm censoring myself now because I'm thinking, oh shit, what? Oh, see, oh, flip it heck. This is getting ridiculous. And before anybody says it, this isn't political correctness, by the way, because I've since learned from watching Cenk Uygur that political correctness is something entirely different. That's not political correctness, by the way. But it kind of feels a bit like that. It's kind of like, well, but anyway. Oh boy. Oh dear. Anyway, right. So back to the matters at hand. Yeah, so yeah, that's why it flagged it, Kev. Do you think it's the US meaning? Yeah, no, absolutely. That's because obviously YouTube is essentially an American company, isn't it? And I mean, I don't know if you've ever noticed as well that, particularly on Google, if you're spelling something, you spell it the English way, sometimes it'll underline it because it thinks it's the, you know, it's looking for the American spelling. So like, for instance, color, for instance, I know for a fact that we spell those differently. Now, if you ask me to spell it, well, don't ask me to spell it because I can't even spell our English version. Never mind ask to spell the American version. But yeah, anyway, so yeah. I mean, but let's see, that's the thing as well. It's not human beings that are actually doing it, it's algorithms. Do you know what I mean? And that's another thing that takes me back to what I was trying to say earlier on about YouTube and how, in some ways, I think the content's maturing, but I think that's mostly to do with the creators themselves, not necessarily because of the policies and stuff that YouTube are setting or whatever. But I think that has a bearing on it. But because, you see, like I said, the thing, and I think that's why a lot of these, now, let's take, well, I don't know if it, because like, I was going to suggest Red Wolf, because Red Wolf at the moment, and what he's been doing just lately, I mean, he was back on YouTube for a little while, doing his thing, as normal, but then he had a big break for a little while, and he went onto a thing called Twitch, which is a very similar platform to YouTube, but not quite the same. And it's mostly for gamers and for gaming. But I think you might be able to do other stuff on there, but I'm not 100% certain. I have linked onto it and stuff and what have you, and set up an account that's mainly just to watch Red Wolf. So it wasn't necessarily to set my own channel up or anything like that. It was just really because I wanted to watch Red Wolf on there. But I don't really like the platform that much, to be quite honest. From the limited experience I've had of it, I do much prefer YouTube. I think it's much more user friendly, to be quite honest. But again, YouTube's been on a lot longer, so I guess they've had the time to work out the kinks and the so on and so forth. But yeah, that's the thing. I think YouTube, because obviously now Google own it, and you know, they're a corporation, they're a multinational, multi-billion-dollar corporation, and their whole purpose is to make money. And if that means then creating algorithms that then, you know, try to tone down the, I don't know, I'm trying to find a phrase that encapsulates what I'm trying to say and I can't. But you know, so in a sense, it feels like when YouTube started, to me, this is my perception, and I'm not saying I'm right, you know what I mean? It's just the way I perceive it, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I haven't got all the information, and so therefore I'm only, you know, I'm putting this perception together with the information that I have to hand, and maybe some of that information is either incorrect or incomplete. But from the limited information I do have, my initial hypothesis, whatever, is that YouTube, along with Google, obviously, and what have you, it is far more corporate than it used to be, and it's far more about serving those corporate needs as opposed to serving the needs of the creators. Because I think that YouTube originally was a much more freer platform. Now, again, I'm not necessarily saying that this is a completely bad thing either. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to make this out to be like, oh, this is all spooky conspiracy, whatever. You know, I'm just saying that, like, I think that, you know, in some ways, YouTube is not as the free platform that it kind of used to be, where creators could come along and have a greater sense of freedom in terms of what they created. That's my sense of it. Do you know what I mean? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. And maybe there's a need to sort of curb that to some degree. So maybe it does need to, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why it's maturing. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why YouTube is maturing and becoming much more of a mature platform rather than the free-for-all that perhaps it was when it first started. Perhaps I don't know. Like I say, that's just the free flow of my thinking at the moment, and I'm just kind of, it kind of seems that way a little bit, and that's to me that was a symptom of that, I think, in the sense that it flagged the word fag. See now, even now, you see, even me saying that now, you see, now I'm starting to feel guilty for saying it when in England it has a completely and utterly, totally different connotation. But now actually saying it, now I'm starting to feel kind of, like, perhaps I shouldn't be saying that. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't want to offend anybody. Because, like, that's not, boy, I see what you're saying. Sanitized. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Maybe, Tom. I personally, I think that was maybe a little bit too strong a word, but I don't know. Maybe. Because I think there's still a certain amount of freedom out there, and there's still a certain amount of, because some of the content, like I said, I mean, there's a couple of things I watched just recently. J Station, for instance. I mean, J Station, flipping heck, some of the stuff he does and the antics he gets up to. And I must admit, sometimes I scratch my head and think, and he's got over 2 million subscribers, nearly 3 million subscribers, in fact. And some of the content he puts out is sometimes, some of it, is really close to the edge. And sometimes I sit there and think to myself, how the heck did he get away with that? How did YouTube not stop that one? Do you know what I mean? But anyway, again, don't want to get into all politics and stuff and what have you. Sorry, let's catch up. What's going on? Got to go. Some din-dins now, mate. But it's been great to see you and speak soon. All right, Kev. No problem, mate. Yeah. It's been great having you, mate. And yeah, I'm not sure what you're having for your tea, but I hope you enjoy whatever you're having. And I've just had, before I start my live stream, around about 5:30-ish, I had beef sausages on toast. Really nice. So anyway, yeah, nice having you, mate. And we'll definitely catch up soon. So you're not offending me. Cool. Phew. Bye, Kev. Nice one. Yeah, so so basically that's my little take on YouTube in general. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love it. I mean, obviously I wouldn't be still doing it otherwise, you know what I mean, and what have you, sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, sanitized is a good word, and it kind of, yeah, maybe that kind of fits. Yeah, but again, it depends on the. Isn't it funny how, yeah, words are a really interesting thing, and of course, I suppose the really interesting thing is the fact that we use words to communicate. But it's funny how, and again, in different cultures, again, obviously, even if you use the same language in different cultures, that how different words can have different connotations attached to them. I find that really interesting. Yeah, sorry. Susan is the CEO of YouTube, and YouTube has a parent company named Google. I could have sworn that was the other way around, but and Twitch has challenged their. Oh, sorry. And Twitch has changed their policies to allow other content on which I may. Sorry, in which on Twitch. Sorry. See, it's my dyslexia. Don't worry, Jason. It's not you. It's my dyslexia. It makes it sometimes difficult to read stuff. Susan is the CEO of YouTube, and YouTube has a parent company named Google. And Twitch has changed their policies to allow other content on Twitch. I made Twitch channel to watch other streamers. All right, cool. Nice one. Nice one. Yeah. Oh, hang on. I saw you buy the sausages. Yes. Cool. Beef sausages, by the way, because I don't really like pork. It's funny. I love bacon. I'll eat bacon all day long. Can't stand pork sausages. And yet it's still pig. So how's that work? I mean, it's like, I really can't. I hate sausages. Pork sausages. I can't stand pork sausages. I mean, I have eaten them. and occasionally I still will eat them here and there. But overall, generally, I don't. You know what I mean? I've never bought. Well, actually, wait. That might not be an exact statement. There's possibility that I may have bought pork sausages in the past somewhere, I'm sure. But since I've lived here, which is 9 years in October, since I've lived here, I have definitely know for a fact, 100%, I have never bought pork sausages because I don't really like them. I like to say I will eat them occasionally here and there, but for the most part, don't like pork sausages. In Australia, generally, sausages are beef. Oh, wow, cool. You really have to go looking for pork sausages if you prefer that. Oh, right. Oh, well, I better come and live in Australia, mate, because flipping heck. No, I prefer beef. Oh, beef sausages all day long, mate. You know, I don't like pork. I really don't. I mean, at least pork sausages is what I mean. Because bacon, no, I love bacon. Yeah, Rip said bacon, yay! Don't care for any kind of sausage. Turkey is okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Do you know what, folks? I am getting really, really thirsty. So I'm just checking the time. Right, I'm quite happy to chat for at least another half hour, if folks are okay with that. So yeah, I'm quite happy to chat for another half hour. We can do a swap, mate. I'm looking to get back to that side of the world. I'm not really that serious about that, Tom. Sorry. You know, maybe for a holiday or something like that. Whatever sort of thing. But I don't think I'd want to go and live there. Not that I'm sure it's a perfectly nice place to live and what have you. And it is a hot country, and I've said I like the warmth. I don't like the cold. But no, fair enough. But I mean, sometimes Tom, you read the thing, and obviously, obviously with human beings, that's why we say verbal communication is only like what 10%, 90%. I think it is. Is it 90 or it might even be more of communication is non-verbal, and the thing is like when you're face to face with somebody and they're talking to you, and if you'd said that to my face, then I'd get a sense of whether you were joking or not. Not always, of course. I mean, sometimes people can do it really deadpan, and it's like you think they're being serious. The amount of times people have done that to me, and I sometimes have quite naive qualities about me sometimes, and sometimes I can take people at face value and just sort of like, I am a bit gullible sometimes and take stuff as it's said. But no, because like, reading it off there, obviously I can't really tell whether you're being serious or half serious, or because maybe there's a part of you saying like, well, I'm fed up of being here, whatever. I want to sling me up back to Blighty. So yeah. God, I do go into some in-depth flipping what's name just about the most mundane or simple thing, don't I? Hi Paul, how are you now after your long walk back? Any yes, no, my back's fine now. It's all to do with the walking. Hang on. US has mostly pork sausage. You have to look for beef sausages and pay a higher price. Oh, I have no idea whether we pay more for a beef sausage than they were £1.50 for 8 sausages. I must admit, because I don't pick up the pork, like I say, because I don't like pork sausages, so I'm not going to bother to check how much they are. So I must admit, I didn't really notice whether our beef sausages are more expensive than the. But you're right though, they're harder to find because Sainsbury's do them. I know that. Not sure about. I mean, our Tesco's in Brixton doesn't. Definitely not, because I've checked and I've looked for them. You can't get them in. You can't get them in the Tesco's in Brixton. You definitely can't get them in the smaller Tesco's or Sainsbury's. You can get them in the bigger stores. The only place, like I say, I've found them is definitely in Sainsbury's. So in the bigger stores of Sainsbury's, you'll find them in there. But that's about the only place I've ever found beef sausages. I mean, I guess if you went to a local butcher, there's more possibilities of getting them in local butchers, quite possibly. I imagine, but then again, I don't know because I've never actually used a butcher before either. I usually get it from the supermarket, like I say. So, hang on, sorry, let me try and catch up. Not wanting to bring the tone of the chat down, but I'm really struggling mentally at the moment. Found my mother, age 50, in bed, passed away only. Oh no! Oh wow! Sorry, Tom. Oh my God! Sorry. Oh wow. Oh boy. Oh, sorry, Tom. Wow, mate. Not sure what to say, mate, to be honest, because obviously, as you can appreciate, this isn't probably the best forum to try and help, really. I mean, yeah, sorry, but really, my condolences, and I'm really, really sorry to hear that, mate. Yeah. I mean, I lost my mum a couple of years ago now, but yeah, no, that's not easy, mate. So really sorry, seriously. Yeah. Ruth's leaving us, so Ruth's, yeah, okay. See you, bye, Ruth. Bye, Ruth. Oh, and Sherry's going as well. Oh no, hang on. Oh, it's Sandra. Oh, sorry, it's Sandra. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to keep up with the chat and stuff and whatever, and I'm kind of sorry. Oh, sorry. Sandra's leaving us. Right. Sorry. Oh boy. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. See you later, Sandra. Take care. Speak soon. My brother is moving to America this week. Wow. So the only family I have here is my dad. I have a huge amount of family in England and Ireland. Wow. Sorry about your mum passing. We'll pray for you, Tom. Don't worry, mate. Just worry whether I'll struggle to get a job and build a life in London. Yeah, not easy, mate. Not easy. I mean, I don't know how much this helps or not. I guess it's the only thing I can think of. And again, if you are actually coming over, and I know you see my struggles with this, working for Prep, but it's something at least. But again, obviously, I'm not trying to. It sounds so lame and it sounds so flipping what's the name, but one thing I have to say that from my experience and what I can see, because don't forget, I actually work in the shop where the recruitment center actually is. So that's where all the interviews happen. And the amount of people on a daily basis that come in there and asking me where the recruitment center is and so forth. And the day I actually went in there for my interview, and if they give me a job of all people, no, I know I shouldn't say that. But basically, I don't know. I mean, it seems that it's a fairly. I don't want to say like, oh yeah, it's a fairly easy place to get a job, blah, 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 because I don't know 100%, and obviously I don't know your circumstances, your situation, and so on and so forth. But it's just something there in case, I guess. So sorry, I can't be more helpful, really. It seems like it's very expensive in London. Yeah. It is, mate. It is. There's no two ways about it. And that's why in certain jobs, I'm not even sure if we get it. I don't know, actually. Maybe don't. Maybe we don't. And I don't know what jobs do pay. Well, some do. Like some of the jobs I did go for, like support worker and stuff like that, and other kind of jobs like that. You get a thing called London Waiting. It's called. It's called London Waiting, and basically what that means is that because it's appreciated, and I think it does apply to all employers in London. I think, but I'm not 100% on that, Tom. But basically, there's a consensus that it's understood that London, in particular, out of all the rest of the country, is the most expensive city to live in, and that because of that consideration, you get an extra top up on the. So say like your wage, I don't know. I'm just going to pull a stupid figure out my head, Tom. Just so so let's just for argument's sake, you get 20 grand a year, whatever the job is that you're doing, then you'd more than likely get an extra, say, maybe an extra 5 grand on top of that, and that would be classed as the London Waiting thing. So because of the extra expense of living in London, essentially. So yeah, you see, maybe, yeah, because Sandra did that. Sadly, Sandra's left us now, so she could have probably told you a bit more. She could have possibly helped you out a bit more with that one. Actually, yeah, sorry. Yeah, something else just popped into my head, and then I had to roll myself back because maybe that's not. Because you see, the thing with me is sometimes I maybe get too intimate with people, if that's the right way of putting it. Because sometimes, because you guys become like my friends, and you become like my family as well, in a sense, and because I feel close to you, because of the things you share with me and the things I share with you, and so forth, and what have you. And like sometimes I kind of forget myself and maybe share stuff that people have shared with me that I'm not 100% certain they'd be happy with me sharing in a more general sense or in a more open forum, whatever. So sorry, I just had to censor myself for a second there. Sorry. Anyway, yes, sorry. Oh, Sandra's back. Ah, right. Sorry. Yes. So, as I was trying to point out, Sandra would probably be able to advise you a little bit better. But yeah, because Sandra came over for a little while, kind of see what the possibilities were of perhaps trying to make a career for herself here or whatever and so forth, and obviously permanently staying here. All right, sorry, you're talking to Tom. Cool. Concern is, oh no, sorry. What? Concerned is the word. And it is okay. Ah, right. Yeah. I get it. That's why I wanted to explain the situation. Yeah, cool, mate. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I guess the old saying, isn't it? It's like nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. I mean, I know that's easy for me to say from sitting in my position at the moment. It's easy enough for me to say that. I mean, flipping heck, it's a heck of a flipping what's them, isn't it? I mean, you're halfway around the world, and I don't know. I'm not sure how long exactly you've lived over there for, mate. But I can imagine it's not an easy thing just to up sticks and just and plonk yourself down here and what have you, sort of thing. So, obviously, I'm not saying for a minute that it's going to be an easy thing, but like I say, I think that was a really a good idea. Perhaps just come over for 6, maybe 12 months, whatever you feel is right, and see how it goes. I guess. I completely where I got a job. Oh, that's good to know then, Tom, because at least then that saves you in terms of like renting or whatever sort of thing. Yeah, that's very true, mate. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, I don't know how you feel about maybe trying the prep thing. I don't know. I mean, like I said, they're a really good company, though. I've got to give them that. And in terms of employment and how they treat their employees, compared to some other companies out there, mate. Yeah, funny enough, so is Kev. Kev's works in an office as well. Has done for years and years. Good few years as well. Can't forget how many he said, but double figures anyway, definite. Yeah. So he's worked in an office for a long time, the same office as well for those number of years as well. So yeah, he would sort of get what you're saying there. Did the Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. The buses £1.50 any bus journey, and it could be as long as like so. You could go from say Brixton, mind you. It depends on how direct a bus route. So I'm trying to think of the longest bus route I can think of, and I can't off the top of my head. But either way, you could jump on at Brixton and then end up all the way in Croydon. In fact, yeah, that's definitely what's it. You can and just pay £1.50. That's one way, of course, but yeah. So and Croydon, flipping heck, from here, off the top of my head, I'm going to say 5 miles, maybe. That's not 100%, but it's got to be at least something like that. So yeah, £1.50 for 5 miles. It's not bad. Oh, you used to live in Croydon. Well, there you go. So you can, I guess you kind of know. 20 years. So I moved to South America in Colombia. Lived there for 2 years. Was great, but not. Oops. Wow. Was great, but not for all. Just wanted to see what it was like. Stayed with friends, but you need to make adjustments. France is a good choice. Is I don't know. France is good. France is good. Is good choice. Is you have a head for numbers? I think that's supposed to be if. And sorry, I'm not picking you up. I'm not sort of what's the name? Obviously, because of my dyslexia, I have to. It's my process of trying to understand what I'm reading because otherwise I'll never get it. It's hard enough as it is, and that, but I'd say it's not. That's not your fault. Or a law degree. Number one financial district is the world. It's not France. Oh, sorry. You see what I mean about my dyslexia. It's because it looks similar. It's because you see what I mean. It's like Joanne calls it a word blindness. I don't know if that's right or not. Maybe it is. But anyway, I don't quite see it that way. But it's because of my dyslexia. Because finance and France, to me, because again, it's about pattern recognition. It's like I've said before, you see, my brain, the way it's geared, the way it's wired, is I recognize pattern, shape, and form much more readily. And so my brain first picks up on the shape that the word is making and then makes a connection. And so then tells me, oh, it's France. Do you know what I mean? And until somebody points it out or I look at it more closely and then recognize that I've made the mistake. But yeah, sorry. Oh boy. My friend is insurance director there. If you have questions, let me know. I lost my mother. Yeah. Yeah, not an easy one. Not at all. Yeah. Right. Actually, now I am just become aware of the fact that, sorry, let you guys get on with what you're doing, because the thing is, I've also got other viewers and I need to stay focused on my live stream. I was kind of just trying to obviously be helpful and supportive and so forth. So, yeah, right. Sorry, because I'm also trying to keep an eye on, because in case people are asking questions or whatever. So, and I'm kind of interested as well as to. So anyway, sorry. I feel like I'm being nosy now, and sort of prying into other. Right, focus, Paul. Okay. Now I kind of lost the thread, really, to be quite honest. Right. So, okay. Right. So, talking about. Oh yeah, that's a good point. It's 10 to 8. I definitely want another cup of tea soon, but I think I can leave it a little bit longer. Because, right, so it's 10 to 8. I can, and what are we at now? We're at 1 hour and 15, nearly 2 hours, guys. We've been at this, nearly 2 hours. That's all right. I don't know about you guys, but I've really enjoyed this. This has been so cool. Yeah, anyway, so I was trying to think about the anyway, right. So how is Spot doing? Did he catch that mouse? Oh, flipping it, yeah. Oh boy, did he catch that mouse. Oh my god. Right. Okay, hold the press, hold the press. Right. I wish I'd caught it on camera as well, actually, but there just wasn't any time to. Right. It wasn't the time when he was in the kitchen either. This is another time. This is another. I don't know if I mentioned this one. I have no idea, to be quite honest. I'm completely lost. Wow. Wow. Everything's gone blurred. Whoa. Maybe I'm wearing them for too long. They're only supposed to be for reading. Right. Yeah. So I can't really. I could take the camera off there and kind of show you, but. Right. Okay. Bear with me, folks. You're going to get moved. You're going on a little trip. Hope you're not getting bounced around too much. Right. No, you can't really see. It's difficult. Anyway, on the shelf where the Buddha statue is at, let me put you back before you get a headache and start feeling seasick. Oops. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I hate moving the camera around too much as well, because then it gets settled down and it's nicely positioned and oh, heck. Stop messing about. Please. Stop it. Right. Right, I'll do. Right, fine. Right, yeah. So enjoyed it also. Huh? Sorry. Tom, I'm watching. Oh, sorry, right. You'll get it together, Tom. Thank you. Do you still watch Adam the Woopole? Right, sorry. Right, let's. Okay. Actually, I've not watched Adam for a good while. Now, he stopped for a while. I was watching him faithfully all the way through up to the point where he said he was going to stop. And he stopped for about, what was it, 2 years, I think? Was it? Something like that. I can't quite remember. Anyway, then he came back again, didn't he? And he came back, and I think I can't remember if he was uploading as often. But I'm still subscribed to him, and like I said earlier on in this video, people I subscribe to, I stay subscribed to, unless there's a specific reason, like, that they close their channel down. Oh, excuse me, beg your pardon. They close their channel down or whatever, blah blah blah. Other than that, I'll always stay subscribed to them. But I must admit, I haven't watched an Adam the Woo for a good while. And that doesn't mean to say that I don't like him anymore or don't like his content or anything like that. far from it. I've always loved Aaron Wu. I love his whole character and persona and everything, and he's always made me smile every time. That was another reason why I used to go and watch him all on a regular basis, because when I was feeling down or whatever, like this, that, and the other, he inevitably cheered me up because he just had that way about him. Do you know what I mean? And I loved all the silly voices and the what's them and get to the chopper. I can't do it. Why in the heck am I even trying? That get to the chopper thing where he does the Arnie impression and and Abraham. But no, what was it? Wilbraham Lincoln or whatever the heck. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, no, absolutely, I love him. Love him. He's fantastic. But I haven't watched him for a good while. I'm so far behind on his videos. Need to catch up. Yeah, maybe I should do that as well. Finish the story about Spot. Oh, sorry. Yes, of course. Sorry. You see how easily I get sidetracked. I am so sorry. Paul, got to go. Have fun tonight. XX. Thanks, Lynn. Nice one. Cheers. Catch you soon. And try and comment a bit more if you want. Because then, like, obviously I'll see it and then I can, respond and so forth. Because I hate people feeling that they're being left out. Don't want people to feel left out. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely not. I want you to all feel included. So please, if you're feeling a little bit, sidelined or whatever, and I say just stick a little comment in there and just say hi or whatever or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't want you to feel left out. I don't want you to feel like you just sat on the sidelines and everybody else is chatting away and whatever. Do you know what I mean? Please feel free. And also chat amongst yourselves. Do you know what I mean? Definitely. I'm more than happy. And I encourage you to do that, actually. Absolutely. 100%. Going again. Toodles. Love that. You know who else says that, don't you? There's a guy on YouTube that does that. Toodles. Proper London lad and all. Right. Okay. Oh God, yes. Sorry, I knew that. Right. Spot. Let me get back to Spot. So yes. So now Spot is a very good cat. Yeah. No, I mean seriously. I'm not just saying that. He's very well behaved. He's very gentle. He's very placid, very laid back. Like some cats can be very naughty. They can be always into things. They're always being disruptive. They're always knocking things over. He was like that as a kitten, obviously, because like kittens are like that as kittens, especially with Finbar, the pair of them. But generally speaking, he is. Oh, sorry, hang on. I've got another thing where I've got to. Oh yeah, that was it. That was the other one. Hitchcock would be proud. Yes. Oh, absolutely. Sorry. Anyway, sorry, Tom. I'm not. I just really need to try and stay focused because Sherry wants to hear about Spot, and I'm trying to get to this. So yeah, Spot is a very good cat. So he very rarely climbs on the furniture, goes places he's not supposed to go, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? He very rarely does any of that sort of stuff. And anyway, so I think it was yesterday. I'm not sure. I'm almost certain it was yesterday because I was in all day yesterday. Anyway, so anyway, he's climbing up onto the thing and he's there and he's like, and it's like, do you know that thing where cats do something and it looks like they're looking at something you can't see? Oh, sorry. I find that annoying. That's another thing that grinds my gears and all. You know what really grinds my gears? People that play loud music in their cars, so loud that they could hear it in Hong Kong. And I think to myself, how the hell are they never deaf when they get out of their car? Do you know what I mean? I mean, I don't mind people playing their music and they can play it, but why inflict it on the rest of us if we don't necessarily want to hear it? Do you know what I mean? I mean, whoop-de-doo, you've got a flipping car that's got speakers that will... I can't find an analogy or something funny to say right now, but I mean, wow, so what? Oh yeah, you think you're clever, you know what I mean? Until you get to about, well, whatever age you are and you're deaf because you can't hear because you were playing, thinking you were so cool driving down the road, thinking like, yeah, look at me, yeah, I've got the big loud speakers, hey, aren't I cool? Eh, what? What was that? Sorry. Cow. Oh boy. Right. Sorry. So Spot was trying to climb up onto the bookshelf, and he doesn't normally do that. Like I say, he wouldn't normally go anywhere near it. So I'm like, what's the matter? What's going? Oh, you have got to be kidding me. There's another one. It's another one that's the same guy. He's turned it off anyway. Please. Anyway, right. So that's how he was trying to get up onto the bookshelf, and it was like, and he was giving it all this, and he was looking up, and it's like I say, you know, if you guys own a cat and you've seen your cat where it's like seems to be chasing after something you can't see, and so I was convinced it's one of those. You know what I mean? I'm thinking like, oh, it's a moth or it's a fly or something or whatever, or he's just imagining it or whatever. Or even if that, I even said this, I even said it out loud because like I just wanted him to get down, and I kept telling him to get down. And he got down, but then he'd get straight back up again almost. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, flipping it, what's the matter with him? What's he doing? So I was getting a bit annoyed. So anyway, so the thing is, I said, just in case there was something there, I said, whatever's there, please just go to another part of the room or something and do your thing. Don't do it here where he's climbing on the bookshelf. He's going to knock all the things off. Please go over there and do it. You know what I mean? If you're some sort of spook, some sort of ghost or spirit or whatever, go over to the other side of the room at least, so he doesn't knock stuff off the shelf, please. I even said that out loud because I could not for the life of me figure out why he was so enamored about going up there. And so I was thinking, what the heck? Anyway, eventually, you know, this went on for about 10 minutes or something. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, no, what is going on? So I started looking around because I'm thinking at first it might be a moth or a fly or something there or whatever. You know what I mean? And I've got again, I'll try not to go into a big, long explanation, but I've got a thing that's leaning against the wall. It's made out of porcelain, something I made. But anyway, it's leaning against the wall, and there's like sort of like that much gap between the wall and it. Do you know what I mean? And so again, I didn't think, what's that? I took it away. Lo and behold, there's a flipping mouse there. Scared the blinking Jesus out of me. I must admit, it did. I'm like, what the flipping? Do you know what I mean? So I jumped back. It's only tiny little things about this big. But I jumped back and flipping heck, he was straight up there, and he literally, and I thought, oh God, he's going to knock everything up. He literally swiped with his paw like that. He literally just like, yeah. He was down back onto the floor with it in his mouth, going out the garden. I'm like standing there, like holding this flipping plaque thing that I made. I'm standing there, like, what just happened? It's like he was flipping lightning. It was like, and he was so accurate. Do you know what I mean? Don't forget, he's not on a. He's standing with his back legs on the table, with the rest of his body, you know, up like this, and he's just gone, whoosh, grabbed the mouse. He's down on the floor, got it in his mouth, and he's trotting out the door with it. I'm like, what? Oh my God, that was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. So, yes, there we go. That was the mouse story. Or the Spot story. Okay. So I'm down to 3 people, but I have no idea which 3 people it is. You see, that's the thing, guys. You know, obviously you're welcome to leave whenever you wish, but it would be nice if you just at least give me a quick heads up that you're going, because now I've got no idea. Funny Spot, enjoyed it. Good boy, Spot. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. So who's still with me then? Because I mean, obviously Sherry's still here. I've not. Oh, now there's 4 people again. Oh, okay. It's a bit confusing. Sorry. Unless you specifically. Oh, Tom's still here. Nice one, Tom. Cool. So we got Sherry. We got Tom. Sandra's left us definitely because she said she was going. I think Lynn said she was going. Yeah, so she's gone. Ruth. So hang on. Tom, Sherry, maybe Ruth. Who else do we? Who else is supposed to be? Oh, okay. I've no idea then. Okay. Oh, we've got 5 people again now. Oh wow. I've just really noticed the time as well. It's 2 hours. It's over 2 hours now. Oops. Right. Hang on. Let me just get that back there. Right, folks. I'm going to make myself a quick cup of tea because I desperately need a cup of tea. I'm just thinking. Right. I think I'll live stream for about another. Me here, Ruth. Yeah, your Ruth's here. Thanks for doing the stream. I needed a good laugh, and I certainly laughed. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, mate. And I'm like I say, obviously, I'm truly sorry to hear what's happened. You know, like Sandra says, you know, we've been there, and like I say, I lost my mum. You know, to be perfectly honest, I can't remember how long back it is now. It's about 3 years. It might even be 4, but I honestly can't remember. It's like, yeah, it's the hardest thing in the world, mate. Seriously. So, yeah, my condolences, mate, and hopefully I can help in any way, shape, or form that I can. Okay. Got any jammy dodgers? Jammy dodgers. Ooh. Oh, you just put another idea in my head now. Jammy dodgers. I actually haven't got any in the house, but yeah, I do like jammy dodgers as well. Actually, I've had near them for years. Okay, just need to make a cup of tea. I'm just thinking of doing the live stream for maybe another 20 minutes max, and then I'm really going to have to start wrapping it up because, like I say, it's been going over 2 hours now, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm loving this. This is so cool. I love interacting with you guys. This is. I'm gonna have to start doing this more regularly. Definitely. Maybe. Maybe. See, I'm trying to think because obviously I always try to please everybody, and obviously it's not possible to be able to please everybody. But I'm thinking, I don't know if this is a good day for people or not, and a good time. It kind of worked for me, I suppose. Set the timer. Set the timer. Okay. Right. Sorry. Yes. So I'm just wondering. Right. Instead of procrastinating, instead of flipping, blah 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 blah, just do what's best for you. Yeah. Funny enough, it was kind of coming into my head. I was thinking to myself, do you know what? Let's just set this right. Mondays, definitely going to be Mondays, and 6 o'clock start. Yeah. Again, I'll put announcements on so that you guys will get a heads up anyway. But as of now, I'm going to start doing this every Monday at 6 o'clock because I don't know about you guys, but I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed this. It's been really good fun. 20 minutes and counting. Oh, right. I got you. Yeah, right. Let me make a cup of tea, folks. I'll be back as quick as I can. Sorry, I feel like I'm being rude again. Oh my god. Sorry. Right. I desperately need a cup of tea. Oh well, at least you get the sound effects of me making a cup of tea, so at least you know I'm actually making a cup of tea. Oh dear. Right. I'll do my Hilda Ogden impression whilst I'm making it. See, they are, folks. Yorkshire tea bags. Oh, it's back to front in the screen. Presumably, it's the right way around for you guys. Yay! Yorkshire tea! Best in the world. Oh, DB! Hiya, Dan! Oh, man. Oh, yeah, it's getting near time to finish, mate. But don't go away yet. Don't go away. Got at least another 20 minutes yet. So hang in there, mate. But yeah, just announced, just to let you know, Dan, just told everybody that I'm going to make this a regular thing. I'm going to make this every Monday, 6 o'clock start, because I've really enjoyed it. It's been great. It's been absolutely great. You guys have been fantastic. I love the fact that you've interacted with each other, getting to know each other, chatting with each other. I love it. Absolutely love it, love it, love it. You know what I mean? So this has been brilliant. I love this, guys. And so I am definitely doing this again. And I'm definitely going to be doing this every Monday, 6 o'clock every Monday. So, because, you know, it's nice to get people in there. Really enjoyed this live stream. Nice one. Sounds good to me. Brilliant to have a good chat, even when it's over the internet. Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. And yeah, I think that's one of the great things about the internet. I mean, obviously, it's got its downsides, which virtually everything in life has got its downsides, hasn't it? There's upsides and downsides to everything, basically. But I think this is one of the good parts of it, is the fact that, you know, globally, we can be much more connected and globally be much more of a family to each other. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think anyway, sort of thing. And you know, it's nice to be there for each other as much as we can. Do you know what I mean? As much as it's possible to be. Do you know what I mean? So, no, cool, man. Right, sorry. As I say, just going to make myself a quick cup of tea. You'll still hear the sound effects of me doing that as I'm making my tea, but I'm not gone anywhere, so just hang in. I used to be able to do a good Hilda Ogden impression at one time. Oh, wait. Man, I think I'll have a chocolate biscuit to go with this. Just talk amongst yourself, folks. What the heck? What? Wow, that was weird. What? How bizarre. Anyway, right, I'm back, folks. Sorry about that. Yes, Monday, 6 p.m. UK time. Self note made. Excellent. On another note, I would have joined earlier. However, I've only just got back from visiting a huge natural waterfall in where? Sorry, sorry, my dyslexia again. Sorry, from a word I'm completely unfamiliar with, so I will struggle to try and. Anyway, so yep, okay, but that sounds pretty cool. Anyway, natural waterfall. Ooh, wow, I bet that was so cool. Let's just say we got a bit lost on the country tracks on the way back. Cool, mate. No problem. No problem. Yeah, I mean, you know, ultimately, you know, obviously, at the end of the day, it's entirely up to yourselves. And I'm not going to be like, you know, sort of like, oh, whatever. Do you know what I mean? One, that's not me anyway. Two, you know, as I said before, people are perfectly happy. You know, I'm perfectly happy for people to join when they can, leave when they have to, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, hey, you know, it's just a live stream, and do you know what I mean? So it's cool, man. I'm just more concerned about you guys missing out on it. That's all. Do you know what I mean? You know, you know, it's nice to have you included because you're all my subscribers, and in fact, you know, you're more than that to me, to be quite honest. Like I said before, you're like my family in a way. Do you know what I mean? You're, you know, so yeah, you know, it's cool, mate. You know what I mean? Like I say, I'm just more bothered that you kind of missed out on a really lively sort of, you know, nice little live stream actually as it goes. I've really enjoyed it, and I, like I say, everybody's been chatting with each other, which is really cool. I love that. I love the fact that you guys are interacting with each other. That for me really makes me happy. I love that. I love the fact that you interact with each other because that's really, really cool. And it's that community thing again. Do you know what I mean? That sense of community. I love that. Love that. So yeah, cool. Those months I stopped watching the vlogs to study paid off. Wow! I found out I got into my chosen university. Yes! Well done, mate! Excellent! Oh, cool! Oh, fantastic. Well done, my friend. Well done. Well done, mate. Good on you. Well done. Oh, that's awesome, man. Awesome. Yay! Wow. Woohoo! Nice one, mate. Well done. So what are you going to study? What are you going for? What are you studying, mate? Because I'm curious, nosy. Oh, nice one, though. Well done. Well done, you. Absolutely. Off to study history. Yeah, cool. And then hopefully go straight into... Oh, wow, cool. Oh, nice one. You want to be a teacher? Excellent. Fantastic. Fantastic. You know, the thing is that I'm a big believer in education, always have been. Like I say, I'm dyslexic, and it took me many, many years. And so socially and academically, I was very at odds with being in school. I kind of loved it on some levels in the sense that, like, because like I said, I was brought up by my father, who was an elderly parent. Do you know what I mean? So he was 53 when I was conceived. My mum had left home. She well, had left, you know, the family. You know, saying she left when I was 4. So I was just brought up. And my siblings, sadly, one of them, you know, committed suicide and what have you, and then my sisters, they went to live with my mother. So essentially, from 4 years of age, I was brought up by my father, who was born in 1911. And so basically, you know, a lot of the time I spent with him because he was extremely controlling parent and all. And the thing is that the only time I got to spend any time with kids my own age, people my own age, was when I was at school. Otherwise, all the rest of the time, it was with him and his friends. Do you know what I mean? And they were all obviously his age. So I was kind of brought up around old people. And so that was the only time I actually enjoyed being at school, was the fact that I was around kids my own age. At last, I could associate with people that you know had, you know, that was like me essentially. And but in terms of socially, I was extremely socially awkward, painfully shy, completely felt you know, totally inferior to everybody else around me, because I had no self-confidence, no self-worth at all. And so, you know, for me, school was not easy, but I believe in the education system because I think it's a wonderful thing, and I think knowledge and understanding are amazing things to have. And some of the teachers at my school, some of the teachers, and one in particular at my high school, one in particular, Mr. Pottington. He was the English teacher, and I'll never forget him. To the day I die, I'll never forget this man, because he was such an amazing human being, seriously. Because of his teaching style, the way he taught, and the fact that he really understood that I needed a little bit extra than the average kid. Do you know what I mean? In the sense that, like, I needed a little bit more leeway in terms of, because, like, it got to the point where one time he turned around to me and said, "Look, Paul," he says, "I understand that you have emotional difficulties and problems and so forth and what have you. And there are times when it's extremely difficult for you. That stops your learning because of your emotional, what's that? It's stopping your learning. And so if you need to leave the classroom, you don't have to ask, you don't have to put your hand up or anything like that. Just anytime you need to leave, just leave. You know, compose yourself, whatever. But obviously, please come back when you feel able to, and so on." And it wasn't just that. It wasn't just that. It was the fact that he was just amazing. He had a wicked sense of humor, the most amazing sense of humor you could ever wish to meet. And he was just a character, just an amazing character, and he had such an impact on me. And so, you know, like I say, and I'm just a big believer in education overall. I think it's a wonderful thing. So, and I think it's a wonderful thing that you're doing, Dan. And God bless you for doing it, mate. Honestly. You know, we need more people like you in this world. Absolutely, definitely. All right, okay. I get you. Sorry, I'm missing some of your comments. Sorry. Thanks, Paul. Off to study. Oh, right. Sorry. I'm rereading the same one. Sorry. I was inspired by a school teacher, and no one ever said a bad word about him, and he gave us so many brilliant memories. I just thought to myself, who wouldn't want to be like him? Yeah, cool, mate. Cool. No, absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, to me, to my way of thinking, teachers are essentially the unsung heroes of our system. Essentially, the amount of stuff they have to put up with, and this, that, and the other, and so on and so forth. But yeah, you know, education for me is a big thing. I love it. And even though, like I say, academically, socially, I struggled at school, I can't say enough about it. Do you know what I mean? So fair play to you. You know, that is an amazing thing you're doing, I think, seriously, because, you know, it's not just about obviously just, you know, teaching kids and filling their heads full of knowledge or whatever. You know, you're dealing with human beings, you know, in a particularly, what's the word I'm looking, malleable, I can't think of the word I'm trying. My brain. That's what I was trying to say as well. Sorry. I was trying to tell you guys about the comic strip, and this little man, and the comic strip name I can't remember. It's either in the Bean or the Dandy, and the comic. The thing was where there's all these little departments in the guy's brain, and there was all these little men that looked exactly like him, and they all had different departments. And so I imagine sometimes I got there's a little guy running around in my head sometimes, and like he's looking through filing cabinets, desperately trying to find the word that I'm looking for, and for whatever reason he can't find it because it's filed under a different name or something or whatever, and it's all completely disorganized and what have you, sort of thing. And so he's like, "What's the word? What's the word? Hang on, no, I haven't got it." That's why I struggle finding it. Can't find the word. No. Oh dear. Sorry. Yeah, wow. Do you know what? I am getting super tired now. But that's okay. That's cool. Oh boy. I want to eat some of my chocolate biscuit. Mm. Yeah, that's true. That's very true, actually. Oh yeah. Couldn't have said it any better, mate. That is very, very true, because, like I say, and it's funny because I was saying it in the video from Saturday, and I was saying, oh, that's nice. I love it. I asked earlier on, Dan, before you came on, and all the people that was on before, and I asked everybody to say hello to Jason for me, because he's a nice guy, and it's nice to say hello to him. He really is a nice kid. So, you know, so it's nice, and I like that. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, sorry. So I was saying that in that video, when I was walking down, I have no idea what the road was, actually. I have no idea what that name. The one in Notting Hill. I was walking down that road, and I was saying in that video then that I enjoyed that day. I had such a good time. I really did. It was one of the best days I've had in a long time, and I really, really super enjoyed it. And the thing is that I actually had a lot of back pain at that point. I was really in a lot of pain, and my ear was also giving me jip and all. And as I was walking down the road, and I thought to myself, do you know what? As much as I'm in pain, and as much as I'm getting tired, because of what I'm doing, I was enjoying making the vlog and then doing my videos, and I was loving it and enjoying it so much that I said that hardships and the struggles and whatever that we go through, if you're doing something that you really love, those struggles and hardships, to me, I feel, are nowhere near as bad as they might be if you're doing something that you really didn't want to do. Do you know what I mean? You're having to do something that you hated, or you just had to do it because of necessity or whatever sort of thing. But when you're doing something that you love, even the hard times, I think, help you. That love helps you get through. Do you know what I mean? Seriously. That's what I think is because, like, that was what was happening for me on Saturday, because I was in some really bad pain with my back. Really was. It gets really bad at times, and but you know, it was like somehow the pain would get masked by the love and enjoyment of making yet another video. Even though the pain was still there, it hadn't gone away physically, it hadn't gone anywhere, but I don't know, somehow mentally my brain it somehow had just managed to censor it in some way. So does that make any sense? It's like, because pain sometimes can be very psychological as well as physical. It's funny how the physical and the psychological are so intertwined, so interconnected with each other, which obviously makes sense because we're a biological entity. It's not like our brain is separate in some sort of tin box somewhere and operates in a different system or whatever, you know what I mean? And our bodies are the whatever, you know what I mean? It's all one organic system, and therefore it's all interconnected. So yeah, why wouldn't the psychological also impact the physical? Which we know is true anyway, but I mean, just yeah. Anyway, sorry. See how I can never give a simple. I am a storyteller at the end of the day. I am plain and simple. I'm a storyteller. I can't do simple, answer. You know what I mean? I have to do a much more nuanced and in-depth. It's just the way I am. It's just the way my brain works. What you just said literally sums up the perfect artist. Look at Van Gogh. His life was full of hardships, yet he produced astoundingly beautiful work. Yeah, so true, mate. So true. Absolutely. Sorry, let me just quickly, because I meant to read Jason's comment, and I kind of got sidetracked for a second. Just sorry, 1 second. I had a very good history teacher. He said that I would love my history of my country, and I did, and I love my country to death. And I want to become president one day to help you, Paul, and other nations. Wow. I love Jason. He's such a nice guy. He seriously is. If I could vote for you, I would vote for you, Jason. 100%. I think you would make a far better president than the one that's there now. Sorry. I mean, and again, I don't know what your political views or whatever is, but oops, don't want to get into politics right now, actually. Sorry. But yeah, I would vote for you, Jason. 100%. Oh dear. Sorry, my chocolate biscuit's melting. I need to eat my chocolate biscuit. Doing this feels really rude. I don't know why. Daily Wire. Sorry, excuse me. I feel like I'm being really rude. No, I have never actually seen the Daily Wire. I think I've heard of it. Or am I thinking of the Daily Caller? Anyway, I'll check it out, definitely. I know Ben Shapiro because of the Young Turks, you say. And yeah, I don't. I know he's a progressive. And I saw that. Have you seen that thing that went viral about? Yeah, it was Ben Shapiro, wasn't it? Well, watch me get it mixed up and get it wrong. No, I'm pretty sure it was Ben. Wait a minute. No. Scrap all that for a second. Actually, rewind. Wait. Right. Okay. Right. I'm not 100% certain now. I know of Ben Shapiro. I've heard of the name. I might be getting him mixed up with somebody else, possibly, but I'm not 100% now. But there was something just went viral about one of the politicians over there because somebody asked him a question about Kaepernick taking a knee at the NFL games, and this guy just turned around and just didn't do the standard politician thing, as Cenk Uygur said. He just like, whoa. Anyway, so I'll have to double check because I can't quite remember if I'm speaking or thinking of the same guy or not. But either way, I have to disagree with you. Sorry. But for me, if I was to vote for, it'd be definitely Bernie Sanders. It's got to be. You know what I mean? Because, like, from what I've heard about him, what I've learned from Cenk Uygur, what I've seen of him through the 2016 presidential election, what I saw of him on the debates, what I've seen of him since, what I've seen of some of the other debates since then that he's done, and some of the town halls that he's been to and done, been live on, or at least I've seen on YouTube and stuff. For me, it's got to be Bernie Sanders. Do you know what I mean? Because that guy, he's also got a proven track record, plain and simple. Now, I'm not saying Ben Shapiro hasn't, but for me, I don't know. There's something about Bernie that I don't know what it is. I don't know what I can't. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. And maybe it is. Maybe it's more about the fact that I've been exposed more to Bernie than I have to Ben Shapiro, and therefore maybe my mind would be changed if I saw more of Ben Shapiro. He was the best out of the last three, to be honest. Shapiro is not a politician. Oh, I am thinking of somebody else. Sorry. I recognise the name, you see, from the Young Turks. Definitely, they've spoken about him. So yeah, the name, what's the name? But why was I thinking of? Anyway, sorry. Yeah, he was the best out of. Shapiro is not a politician, but no doubt he would go far if he was. Oh, okay. Right. Who is Ben Shapiro then? Sorry, I feel such an idiot because I'm showing my complete and utter ignorance. But I know the name. Why do I know the name? Why have I heard of the name? I swear I've heard it on the Young Turks. I'm sure I have, but I can't figure into context. Please put me out of my misery. Who's Ben Shapiro? Why do I know his name? Come on, Dan. Put me out of my misery, mate. Who is he? Oh boy. Yeah, so Anyway, yeah, definitely for me, it's got to be Bernie Sanders, because he is one hell of a guy, one hell of a politician. He might be getting on in years, you know what I mean? Apparently, he's about 75 or something, or 76 or something like that, I think. But from what I know or what I understand, he's in perfect health and everything, you know what I mean? But, you know, he basically does a lot of talks debating certain topics, policies, feminism, religion, etc. Oh, okay. Why have I heard of him on the Young Turks? I'm gonna have to double check on this because his name's like really familiar to me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I can't put it in context for some reason. I'm not sure why. Ben Shapiro. I know his name, really, really familiar, and in recent videos from the Young Turks and all, or fairly recent anyway, in the last month or so, or maybe, yeah. I'm gonna have to double check on it because, like, I just can't think of the context in which and why they've talked about him. So, yeah, but yeah, no, I'll definitely check it out though. Daily Wire. Okay, I'll check that. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Do you know what? I think, cause I'm just thinking, trying to remember about some other YouTubers that were doing live streams and stuff. You'll 100% recognize him when you YouTube him. All his videos are viral because people love him due to his no nonsense attitude and statistics. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. What completely forgot what I was saying. Yeah. Sorry, I completely forgot what I was saying. I am making a series based on topics that I thought up. If any of you have heard Daryl Eves, he is associate of YouTube and he is certified to help YouTubers. I recommend using him. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, right. You get the series based on topics that I thought. Oh, nice one. Thanks, Jason. Cool. I'll definitely check him out. You are going to say about other vlogging YouTubers. Yeah. But now I forgot what it was. Oh God, blimey, Charlie. Oh, for God's sake. Sorry. I'm getting tired, I think that's what it is. I've had a long couple of days, to be quite honest. Like I said, I didn't go to bed until about, oh God, I think it was about 3. No, in fact, it's probably even earlier or later, whichever way you look at it. It's probably about more like 4 or something in the morning yesterday. Oh, now I'm getting confused. No, is that Saturday? No, we're Monday morning. Sunday morning. Yeah. So because I was uploading all those videos and yeah, sorry. I think I'm just getting really, really tired. So because if you've noticed my energy levels, you watch the beginning of this video, right? When you see the beginning of this video and how animated and how much more alive I seemed compared to now, and I actually feel a lot more tired actually now. I can feel my body feeling like kind of like my brain's kind of saying like, no, but let's keep talking, and my body's going like, what? No, forget it, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's like I've had enough. Forget it. Cut it. Cut. There's no helping him. That is so true, mate. Oh boy. Oh my god. Yes. Oh boy. Oh dear. Yes. So yeah. It's been a long couple of hours. It has. And don't forget, Dan, you're a young lad. You're a young, fit lad. And so don't forget, I'm an old codger these days. You know what I mean? So it's like, cut me some slack, will you? Oh boy, he's lost it. He's finally lost it. Yep, that's it. I've gone. That's it. Done, mate. Oh dear. Oh boy. Oh boy. Can't beat a cup of tea though. Oh, very nice. Oh, that's better. Yeah. So, all right, folks. Look, as much as seriously, I don't want to end this. I really don't. Really don't. No, he's found it. I really, really don't want to end this, but I've got to, mate. I really, really need to, folks. Sorry, I'm trying to include everybody. I have lost it. Flipping heck. So it's now 20 to 9, and I need to get some sleep. I've got an early start again in the morning. So sadly, I'm gonna have to say night night. And absolutely loved this 100%, so much. And I don't know if Tom's still with us or not, because I've not seen a comment from Tom for a little while, so I don't know if he's still with us or not. But Tom, if you are still there, I'd say my condolences to you, mate, and I wish you all the luck in the world, mate, seriously. And like I say, if you need to chat, I don't know. I mean, I don't know about the Skypey thing or whatever. I don't know. I'm not sure. But, if you want to, like, maybe, because you can't do direct message on YouTube anymore, I don't think. Mind you, are we on Facebook? I think you're on my Facebook thing. Whatever. Contact me wherever you can if you need anything, if you need to just chat or whatever. Absolutely there for you, mate. So, okay. Right. Before I start waffling, so let me just quickly catch the last couple of better quick whilst you're ahead. Nice one. Well said, Jason. Love this live stream, but I'm getting too tired. Yeah. It's live stream. Bye for now. Good night, mate. Can't wait for the next one. Yeah. Cool. All right, folks. So that's it. Definitely going to end the live stream now. And it's been great. And this is definitely now set in stone. Bank on it. Next Monday, 6 p.m. This is going in my notebooks and on the calendar. So, everything's going to be ready. So, nighty night, and catch you guys soon. Love you all. Night night.